my channel. Nuclear war. Okay, nuclear war. Looks like um, it is inevitable. Looks like it is something we really need to take very, very seriously because what Russia is saying right now, it is something dangerous. My headphone or my mic is dangling here. I just want to make sure that I have it on the right position so that you can hear me clearly. So Russia is saying something very, very disturbing, something, excuse me, alhamdulillah, something very, very dangerous and something that should put all of us on high alert about nuclear war. Why? Because this is coming at a time when Russia is getting fed up with US, and this is not the first time they have objected on this kind of stuff. But in the past, we have seen how Russia was really, really unhappy. There are two consequences if Ukraine is continuously ignoring Russia's warning. Two severe consequences. Number one is that Russia is going to start a war with these countries who are helping Ukraine indirectly, starting a war. So, for example, Russia could go after Poland, saying that we have all the reason to justify this war, to go to Europe and invade or try to attack or destabilize other countries by saying that, look, what US is doing, they are getting involved illegally into this war, and they're supplying Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets. The point here is that Russia could actually make it even worse than what it is right now by saying we don't care. We are not going to play by the book anymore. We're going to go after whomever we think we need to go after. Okay, this is why it is so dangerous. The other consequence, that would come out from this could be Russia using tactical nuclear weapon against Ukraine to shut them up completely. Because right now we have this report, and I'll read the report in a second so you know more in details. But this news is telling us that Russia is telling Ukraine that if you use F-13 on us, F-16 fighter jet on us, against us in this battle, in this war, then it will be a catastrophic. And Russia said giving F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine a colossal risk, quote and quote. So two consequences I mentioned, which is going to be absolutely possible. So again, number one, going after other countries, not necessarily Poland, but other countries, or annexing more of the Ukrainian territories in addition to whatever they have taken over, Kharkiv and all the other regions where Russian language speaking people are living. Russia is already annexing those part of those land from Ukraine. They might even annex more territories from Ukraine and say that we don't have to play by the book, we don't care. Or, as I said, there is a possibility also that Russia could actually go after other European country indirectly, waging war against these European countries indirectly. Okay, so I have a comment here. Leave your comment, bro, in the comment section, please. I will respond to your comment. So let's see what happened. Western countries, quote, are still adhering to the escalation scenario, end quote. That risk widening the Ukraine war in Europe, says Deputy Foreign Minister. Western countries will be running colossal risk, quote unquote, colossal risk, if they supply Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets, a Russian official said. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister, okay, this is what they're saying, Alexander Grushko, was responding to a question on Saturday about the implications of providing the jets. There are few reasons why Russia is very, very unhappy with US if they provide F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. Number one, F-16 could be literally a game changer. Do not make mistake with F-16 and F-35. Okay, these are two different fighter jets. However, they have very similar functionality, effectiveness, and advanced technology. In terms of that, of course, F-35 is unmatched. Russia even doesn't, I mean, even for them, the S-400 missile system, if you remember, they have this S-400 missile system. That missile system, they claim, Russia claim, can detect and destroy F-35. F-35 is the most advanced fighter jet. Russia said with S-400, they're actually now producing S-500 missile system too. Russia said with this missile system, we can easily destroy F-35. For F-16 also, it is very much within Russia's range. They can use those S-400 defense system to destroy F-35, and also F-16. But nevertheless, the effectiveness of F-16 will prolong the war, will ruin Russia's plan about this war. Means Russia, when I say plan, I mean Russia has a deadline. According to US military, Russia cannot continue this war for more than 2 years. So Russia wants to be in and out within this time frame. They cannot stay longer because economically, according to US military, and I think even for me, I mean, take a look at Russia's economy. They cannot wage this war forever. They have to stop it at some point. So 2 years is the time, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years, but at some point they have to stop this war. That plan is going to be facing a huge setback if Russia has to face F-16, not F-35, F-16. And this is why Russia, as I said, they're very furious. That's number one reason. Number two, very outraged because of Joe Biden, his administration has decided they will be training Ukrainian pilots in Ukraine to tell them how to use this fighter. Russia, they are saying, wait a second, these people are not stopping at anywhere, means US. Russia will be fed up with US. They are spending billions of dollars and now they're giving them F-16. What's next? Could F-35 be the next? And trust me, yes, Russia has S-400, S-500, but trust me and mark my word, if Russia has to face F-35, then it could even end Russia's possibility of winning this war at all. Because F-35 can be a deal breaker. Because as I said, F-35 fighter jets, they're the most advanced in the world. So yeah, S-400, S-500 can do the job little bit, but I personally don't think they can do it completely. Now this is why Russia is fuming. They live it. They're saying, you guys cannot help Ukraine the way you are because this is not what we wanted. When we started this war, what we wanted to get in there, accomplish our mission and get out. But you guys are creating more trouble, more problem for us. So again, going back to what I said earlier, Russia could actually use tactical nuclear weapon sooner than later in order to stop Ukraine and kick out Volodymyr Zelensky once and for all, because this is really what they want to do. And they need to do it faster if they have to, all the time face this attack from the West in the form of military help, in the form of providing them F-16 fighter jets. Ukraine has not yet won commitments to deliver the planes, but US President Joe Biden told G7 leaders on Friday that Washington supports joint allied training programs for Ukrainian pilots on F-16s, senior United States officials said. So again, as I said, Joe Biden is showing too much interest. On the other hand, you have Donald Trump, who is saying that, this war, I will settle the score in 24 hours, settling the war. For Joe Biden, it is about winning the war. If you remember, Trump gave a a town hall interview with CNN 2 or 3 days ago, and he was asked, "Do you support Ukraine winning this war?" He said, "No, I want this war to be settled." Biden, on the other hand, no, he doesn't want to be settled with this war. He wants to win it because Putin, he doesn't like the Democratic Party in the states. We see, quote, we see that Western countries are still adhering to the escalation scenario. It involves colossal risk for themselves, end quote. Grushko was quoted as saying, in any case, quote, this will be taken into account in all our plans, and we will have all necessary means to achieve the goals we have set, end quote. This is what I just said. And that is that they have their own plans. They don't want to bungle up their own plans because Russia is facing this new, advanced military weapons coming from Western countries. Now is to really ruin that, to muck it up, because U.S. knows Russia cannot continue this war forever. So what the U.S. is doing, they're helping Ukraine every single time consistently. So Russia will keep on fighting consistently, and that's not what they want. So this is a very clever tactic coming from U.S. Military, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Alexander Votrovus, editor-in-chief of Swiss Military Review, said, despite Russia's warning, Russia cannot afford to do this all the time. Every time a new weapon system has been given to Ukraine, we have heard a lot of rhetoric, but very little in the way of action from Russia. Zeta from Geneva, end quote. End quote. I think the rhetoric today is not a sufficient deterrence. What will happen if this war goes on and on? As I said in the video title, guys, this is going to be a nuclear war. Nuclear war is coming because US is making things very hard for Russia. And Russia has these huge stockpiles of nuclear weapon at their disposal. Do you think they are not going to use it and continue fighting until they bleed to death? Their economy? Of course, I mean, you can say that, yeah, Russia's economy is doing good. Trust me, Russia's economy is not like Chinese or American economy, okay, US economy. Their economy, yes, right now is performing well, but there's no guarantee it will do better or that it will even survive. Quote, every time a new weapon system has been given to Ukraine, we have heard. Okay, so it is rapidly running out of air defense missiles, and it is necessary to plug in the holes of Ukraine's air defense system with these aircrafts, he said. So again, coming from Russia, coming from statements, also rhetoric coming from Ukraine and from US military, things are getting a little bit too tensed. And we do not know where it will end. One thing we know is that it's not going to end well. And that would mean, as you guessed it right, World War III. So Russia, US, they're preparing for it. We have to hope for the best. Thank you guys for tuning in. New here, consider to subscribe. See you in the next video.